Good morning, children. Welcome to online class. So far, I have started with the lesson cell structure and its function. So today, I am going to teach about the parts of the cell. Okay. So first, parts of the cell. Each living cell carries out the task of taking food, transforming food into energy, getting rid of waste, and reproducing. Okay. So most eukaryotic cells have three main components: cell membrane, cytoskeleton, and nucleus. So what do you mean by cell membrane? The basic components of a cell are cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. The cytoplasm and nucleus are enclosed with the cell membrane and are also called as plasma membrane. The membrane separates the cells from one another and also the cell from the surrounding medium. The plasma membrane is porous and allows the movement of substance or materials both inward and outward. Means whatever the substance will be going inside and coming outside from the cell, it allows. So the plasma membrane is very porous and allows all the substance to go out and get in. So the boundary of the onion cell is a cell membrane covered by another thick covering called cell wall. The central dense round body in the center is called as the nucleus. Okay, so the jelly-like substance will be present around that between the nucleus and the cell membrane. That is nothing but the cytoplasm. Okay, cell membrane gives shape to the cell. As we know that it gives shape to the cell. So in addition to the cell membrane, there is outer thick layer in cells of plants called cell wall. Cell wall is present only in the plant cell, children, not in the animal cell. So this additional layer surrounding the cell membrane is required by plants for protection. Okay, plant cells need protection against variations in temperature, high wind speed, and some atmospheric moisture, like high wind, etc. Like, okay, they are exposed to these variations because they cannot move from place to place, so they need some stiffness. So cells can be observed in the leaf peel of Tradkentia. Okay, so cell wall is present only in the plant cell. Next comes cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, it's a jelly-like substance present between the cell membrane and the nucleus. Various other components are organelles. Okay, those are called organelles. These are the present in the cytoplasm, and these are mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, etc. Okay, so in detail you will learn in the higher classes. Okay, so you can see the structure of cytoplasm also. So next comes nucleus. The nucleus is a sphere that contains another sphere called a nucleolus. It is an important component of the living cell, children. It is generally spherical and located in the center of the cell, and it can be stained and seen easily. Nucleus is separated from the cytoplasm by a membrane called nuclear membrane. This membrane is also porous and allows the movement of materials between the cytoplasm and inside of the nucleus. Okay, so with the help of the microscope, we can see a smaller spherical body in the nucleus. That is nothing but the nucleolus. Okay, nucleus contains thread-like structures called chromosomes. These carries genes and helps in inheritance of transfer of characters from parents to the offspring. Okay, chromosomes can be seen only when the cell divides. Okay, so nucleus, in addition to its role in inheritance, it acts as a control center of the activities of the cell. The entire content of a living cell is known as protoplasm. It includes the cytoplasm and the nucleus. Protoplasm is also called the living substance of the cell, children. Okay, the nucleus of the bacterial cell is not well organized like the cells of multicellular organisms. So there is no cell membrane. Cell membrane is absent. Okay, so the cells having nuclear material without nuclear membrane are termed as prokaryotic. What do you mean by prokaryotic? Prokaryotic cells are those where nuclear membrane is absent, children. And eukaryotic means in eukaryotic cells nuclear membrane is present. Okay, So this is about prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So while observing the onion cells under the microscope, you can, this one, if I tell you cannot understand, children, when we do the experiment, or you can see the structure given in the diagram given in the textbook. So when you peel some thin layer of the onion and observe under the microscope, so you can see some space like in between, empty space like, it is called vacuole. Okay, it could be single and big as in onion cell, but cheek cells have smaller vacuoles. Large vacuoles are common in plant cells. In plant cells, these are little bit bigger in size. In animal cells and all, these are very small. So vacuoles in animal cells are much smaller, very small. So one more thing next, we have scattered in the cytoplasm of the leaf, like these are called plastids. So these are different kinds, different colors. Some of them contain green pigment called chlorophyll. Green colored plastids are called chloroplasts. These are present only in the plant cell because they provide green color to the leaves. So obviously these are present only in the plant cell. Okay, children, that name of the pigment is chlorophyll. So this is all about the cell. Okay, children. So in the next video, I'm going to start with another lesson. Notes will be sent later. Okay. Thank you.